Cancer! Welcome to your monthly reading for July 2026. Let me quickly explain how we're gonna do the reading. So we've got the overview energy of the month, we've got the love energy, where is the energy challenge outcome, we've got the career energy, again, energy challenge outcome, and then the final message for you. But before we're gonna begin, guys, I would like to ask you to send a message in the comments how you're doing, how your month is going so far, alright? But now let's come back to the reading. So when I look at your cards for July, one word immediately comes to my mind: momentum. This doesn't feel like a quiet month at all. In fact, it feels like things could start moving much faster than you have become used to. So this could be conversations, opportunities, maybe decisions or invitations. It's almost like if life presses the fast forward button after a period that might have felt slow or uncertain. So your overall energy of the month is the Eight of Wands. So this card is about movement. It's the card that appears when delays begin to lift and things finally start happening. So, for some of you, this could look like receiving the email that you have been waiting for, hearing back after a job interview, maybe if somebody is looking for work, or booking a trip if somebody is traveling, which now is the good period, so might be. Someone reaching out unexpectedly, having several opportunities appear at once. Some of you might be finally making a decision you have been putting off. So for others, this might simply feel like life becoming busier. Your calendar might be starting to be filled up. Your phone keeps buzzing, people might need answers from you, plans changing, things happen quickly. The advice with this energy is not to panic if everything suddenly feels faster than expected. Sometimes we have prayed for movement and then we are surprised when it finally arrives, alright? So, interestingly, that fast-moving energy shows up in both your love and your career, but in very different ways. So, in love, when I look at your cards together, it feels like July begins with uncertainty about whether a relationship is actually moving forward towards something solid. So the reversed Ace of Pentacles often appears when the foundation of a connection doesn't feel completely secure. So that might be wondering where a relationship is heading. Some of you might be feeling like something isn't progressing, or maybe waiting for someone to make their intentions clearer. Maybe some of you will be feeling like plans keep falling apart, or wanting something more stable but not seeing it yet. Some of you might be even catching yourself thinking, are we building something together? Or am I just hoping we are? So that uncertainty naturally leads into your challenge. The reversed Three of Wands suggests that waiting has become uncomfortable. Perhaps you have been expecting things to change, expecting someone to step up, expecting the next chapter to begin. But instead, it feels like you are standing still. The challenge this month is not allowing disappointment or impatience to convince you that nothing is happening. Sometimes we become so focused on how things should unfold that we stop seeing the opportunities unfolding right in front of us. So, Cancer, this could also be a reminder for you not to put your life on hold while waiting for someone else to decide what they want. And that's why I really like your outcome, alright? Because this guy over here, the Chariot, completely changes the energy. By the end of July, it feels like movement finally arrives. But what's interesting is that this movement doesn't necessarily come because someone else changes. It comes because you do. Chariot is about taking control of your own direction. For some of Cancers, this could be finally having the conversation that you have been avoiding, or might be deciding where you stand in a relationship, moving a relationship forward. Some of you might be walking away from uncertainty, or choosing yourself instead of waiting indefinitely. Whatever happens, by the end of the month, feels for you, Cancer, much more decisive than the beginning. So instead of asking, what if, you will be saying, now I know where I'm going. So that's your energy for the love. Now let's move to the career. Because here, ladies and gentlemen, this has a very different feeling. So it actually starts on a quite positive note. You've got the Three of Cups. So this suggests that people could play an important role in your success this month. So it could be networking, teamwork, supportive colleagues, celebrating a milestone. Some of you might be receiving help from someone or working on a group project. The other one of you might be, I don't know, having a recommendation leading to a new opportunity if you're looking for a new work. So July doesn't feel like a month where you are meant to do everything alone. In fact, some of your biggest opportunities might come through conversations, friendships, or professional connections. Then we've got your challenge. The reverse Two of Pentacles will be suggesting that things might become difficult to juggle. So you could suddenly have more on your plate than expected. You could have been balancing work and family, managing 2 job opportunities, or trying to fit too much into your schedule. I believe there is a lot of people like that. Or you might be feeling pulled in several different directions. Or maybe saying yes to everything and realizing you have stretched yourself too thin. The challenge isn't lack of opportunities. It's deciding where your energy actually belongs. Because if you try to do everything, you might end up giving your best to nothing. And that's exactly why your outcome is the reverse King of Wands. Now, I don't see that card as a failure. I actually see it as a warning. So Cancers, by the end of July, you might notice that if you don't create a clear direction, you could potentially begin losing motivation. This card, reversed, often appears when we have ideas but not clear plan, or where we letting distractions pull us away from what truly matters. This might be starting several projects but finishing none. Some of you might be feeling excited one day and completely unmotivated the next day, or letting other people's priorities become more important than your own. Some of you might be even realizing you have been busy but not necessarily productive. The message here is simple. Choose one direction. Give it your full attention. Because with the fast-moving energy surrounding July, focus becomes your greatest strength. And that's where we're moving to your final message for the month, Cancer. So trust yourself. Let your intuition be the compass that leads you through murky waters. So I love how perfectly this oracle card brings the whole reading together. Your month begins with the momentum. It ends with decisions. And in between, there might be moments where you wonder whether you are making the right choice, whether it's love or there is a career. You might find yourself looking for reassurance from other people. But this oracle reminds you that not every answer will come from outside of you. Some answers can only come from listening to yourself. Look at this baby. Can you see how he's pointing? Yeah? So the Chariot already showed that you are capable of choosing your direction. And now, this card reminds you to trust that choice. Not every opportunity will look obvious. Not every relationship will come with certainty. Not every career move will have guaranteed results. Sometimes intuition notices what logic can't explain. How many times happens like that, guys? So the message for you for July, Cancer, is life is beginning to move again. And with that movement comes choice. Trust yourself enough to stop waiting for perfect certainty. Your intuition already knows which path feels right. Now it's time to follow it with confidence. So Cancer, I have no more for you to say. It's just up to you if you're gonna follow your own guts or no. So thank you so much, guys. Let me know how many of you resonates with this reading. Let me know how you feel with it. And for now, like always, I'm sending you guys lots of love, lots of positive energy, and lots of kisses.